Hey Gearseekers, I'm Nick. MSI has proven that they're really serious about being a major player in the monitor market. Over the last 3 years, they've attempted to enter at every single opportunity with something that can rival any of the other panels in the same price range across every single category. This time they've taken a big old crack at the 27-inch IPS market. So in this video, we're going to take a look at MSI's brand new 27-inch MSI Optix MAG274R. It's a 1080p 144Hz panel that is really taking aim at some really strong monitors like the BenQ Mobiuz EX2710. So let's see how it goes. I've been using this panel for just about a week now, and I played quite a bit of the new COD Cold War beta with it over the last couple days as well. I even streamed it over on Twitch the other night, and I chatted about my experiences with this panel as well. That said, let's kick this MSI Optix MAG274R video off by talking about the numbers and the stats for people who actually care. It features a 27-inch IPS panel with a resolution of 1920 by 1080 with a peak brightness of around 300 nits. It also features a 144Hz refresh rate and a response time of 1 millisecond. It features AMD's FreeSync Premium Adaptive Sync technology, and although not NVIDIA Gsync certified, it does work with Gsync without any issues. It supports 132% of the sRGB color space and 95% of the DCI-P3 color space. That's pretty impressive. The MAG274R has a 178-degree wide viewing angle with a 1000:1 contrast ratio. It's got two HDMI 2.0 ports, as well as a DisplayPort 1.2A port and two USB 3.2 ports and a USB hub. There are no speakers, but it does have a headphone jack. And because this is a gaming monitor, it also has RGB on the rear, and it can be controlled with MSI's Mystic Light. Love it or hate it, RGB is here to stay, guys. The build quality is good, and the aesthetic on the front has been dialed down a bit compared to other MSI panels. It's got a zero bezel design with a matte screen surface. The stand is fully height, tilt, swivel, and rotation adjustable. Because this uses an IPS panel, the colors are rich and vibrant, and I found it to be really immersive. The out-of-the-box calibration is pretty spot on for a gaming monitor as well, and as usual, for extended periods, I reduced the monitor's brightness to around 20%, and I found that to be more than adequate. And I always recommend this to everyone, so if you're using a monitor like this in a low brightness like environment with ambient lighting, I would suggest dropping the brightness so you don't cause yourself any eye strain. Despite the panel being vibrant, and to be honest, it looks pretty good, the HDR implementation is average at best. Now, it's got that standard HDR ready feature, which basically means you can enable HDR, but it's not actually HDR. It's not really worth talking about because it doesn't support local dimming, and it's not true HDR. I wish monitor makers would stop using this HDR ready stuff, because it's kind of like Toyota saying that the Toyota Yaris is turbo ready. Sure, you can turbocharge a Yaris and bolt on some stuff and make it faster, but it's still a Yaris, guys. And the same thing applies here too. Just because it's ready for it and you can enable that feature doesn't make it actually have that feature because of the option to switch it on, right? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, the MAG274R has a little built-in joystick on the back of the screen for the menu system, and it's really easy to use, and everything is super easy to understand, except that you don't actually ever need to use it at all because it can all be controlled in the gaming OSD software. You can enable crosshairs, you can change the brightness, the contrast, picture-in-picture. You can do everything that you can do on the menu system with the knob on the back of the screen, or the joystick on the back of the screen. You can do it in software. And the only reason why they probably even have the joystick on the back is for people who aren't using this with Windows. So people like Mac OS and Linux users, that's basically the only reason why this would be here. Otherwise, again, you just don't need to use that at all. These software integrations are slowly becoming the norm with all of these gaming monitors, and I like it. Give us more of this. In regards to adaptive sync, we didn't encounter any issues with using this display using Gsync, and I'm pretty impressed with the implementation here. If any monitor can stand up to having Gsync enabled and not being validated, that's a pretty good sign. Much like the BenQ Mobiuz EX2710 and that we checked out a couple days ago, I'm pretty sure that this panel, just like that one's also going to get validated. It's only a matter of time, and if you want to check out our BenQ video, which is actually quite similar to this monitor, you can check that out in the top right hand corner right now. It also features things you'll find in other gaming monitors as well, most of which other companies will call different things. It's got a feature called night vision, which is essentially the same as the black equalizer on the BenQ and Aorus monitors. It does, as the name says, it allows you to see in the dark by changing the black balance of the monitor. Now, if we wanted to sidestep again and compare this monitor to the Mobiuz EX2710, purely for image quality, the feature set and the price, in terms of image quality and overall execution, the EX2710 is a better performing panel and feels like it's more geared towards both content creation and gaming. As for the feature set, MSI only slightly comes out on top because of the integrated USB hub and the software integration. Having something like Gaming OSD is actually really handy, and it's something that I personally use with panels that have this functionality. Otherwise, I just have to use the little joystick knob thing on the back like a normal person. Lastly, the price. Now, the EX2710 is around $20 more expensive, so the MAG274R beats it in price and value. The reality is, on paper, both of these panels are about the same, but the MSI panel is better value for money because of the little extras it has. And to be very honest, there isn't really much to dislike about the Optix MAG274R. It does what it says on the tin. It's supposed to be a gaming monitor, and that's what it excels at. Now, I honestly think that MSI's done a pretty good job with it. It has some great things going for it, and although it has some weaknesses like HDR, the feature set, the design, and most of all, the price makes up for all of that. Now, if you're interested in grabbing one of the new MSI Optix MAG274Rs, they're going for around $279 or around 479 Australian dollars at the time of filming this video. Now, if you've got any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this panel. I actually really enjoyed my time playing with it. The HDR thing was a little bit disappointing, but overall, I think this is a pretty decent panel and it's pretty decently priced. And I wanted to add, like I always do with these videos, we keep this monitor content nice and easy to digest for people who might not understand what everything means, and just talk about things that the regular user will find useful. We leave all the decisions on whether or not you're going to buy anything in your own hands. Obviously, we can't force you to buy anything, and we like to keep it nice and simple. Not everyone's an expert, and that's what we're here for, to make all of that purely overwhelming information a lot easier to understand. Also, guys, if you want the wallpapers featured in these videos, I actually put them in the description. I've been doing that for the last few months. So yeah, we do get questions about it, actually quite a lot. So yeah, the description, link, wallpaper. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you hated it, hit the dislike button twice. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And yeah, I actually really liked using this to play the new COD beta. In fact, when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna play it some more, because I think I need to play it a bit more before the actual full game comes out. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching.